Today we will discuss about the components of a balanced diet. The subtitles are carbohydrates, which has three parts: monosaccharide, disaccharide and polysaccharide. Proteins, lipids, vitamin, minerals, fiber and water. There is a note for you all that the test for carbohydrate, proteins and lipids are included for first three components, as you can see, of a balanced diet. Now we have the first part, carbohydrates. There are three types of carbohydrates: monosaccharide, 1 unit of sugar; disaccharide, 2 units of sugar; polysaccharide, complex unit of sugar. So you will be asking that what is sugar? Actually, I am using the word sugar over here because when we will break down carbohydrate, it will turn into glucose, and glucose is a sugar. So, a common polysaccharide in food is called as a starch, which is composed of chains of glucose molecules. Carbohydrates make up only 5% of human body. Now, we have a test for carbohydrates, that how will we be able to see that is there starch present or carbohydrate present in the component of food or not. So, starch is a polysaccharide which is a branch of carbohydrates. The starch test uses a solution of iodine dissolved in potassium iodide. The yellow-brown iodine solution combines with the starch molecules to form a very dark blue compound. Now we have the next part, proteins. A human body contains about 17% protein. Protein is needed in the diet for growth and repair of tissues. Enzymes, the biological catalysts that control the metabolism of a cell, are also composed of proteins. Proteins are very large molecules made up of a long chains of amino acids. The chain of amino acid is called as a peptide chain. There are 20 natural amino acids. All amino acids contain 4 elements: carbon, hydrogen, oxygen and nitrogen. But there are only 2 amino acids which contain a further element called sulfur. The chains of amino acids are arranged in a complex 3-dimensional structure. Now let's see the test for proteins. The test for proteins is called as Biuret test. It is a mixture of 5% potassium hydroxide solution with 1% copper 2 sulfate solution. Observe the color change and compare it with a control tube containing 2 cm of water and 3 drops of Biuret reagent. But no protein. The Biuret reagent on its own is blue, but with the protein changes to a pale violet color. As you can see in the picture, we have a food sample in the light blue color. When we added the Biuret reagent, the positive result one is the pale violet color, and the negative result means that there is no protein and it has not changed its color. Now let's see the lipids. Lipids are made of the 3 elements carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, but the proportion of oxygen in lipids is less than carbohydrate. The ratio of hydrogen to oxygen in this molecule is over 16:1 compared with 2:1 in a carbohydrate. Lipids are insoluble in water and act as a store of energy in the human body. The human body stores fats around the internal organs such as heart, kidneys, liver, and as a layer under the skin. The products of the digestion of lipids can be used in respiration as an alternative to glucose. The fat layer under the skin insulates the body against heat loss. The fat around the internal organ also protects from the mechanical damage. Fats and oils are both lipids. But the difference is that the fats are solid at room temperature and oils are liquid at room temperature. The building blocks of lipids are fatty acids and cholesterol. Now let's see the test for lipids. The test for lipids uses the fact that the fats are insoluble in water, but they are soluble in ethanol, alcohol. Place a drop of cooking oil in a clean test tube. Add alcohol to the tube to a depth of 2 cm. Insert a bung and shake the tube to dissolve the oil in the alcohol. Fill second tube 3/4 full with water. Slowly pour the contents of the first tube in the second tube. Observe the results. A white emulsion forms on the top of the water. As you can see in the picture, they have sample which has 95% alcohol. Then in the second test tube they have distilled clean water. Then when they pour the first sample alcohol in the distilled water, a cloudy emulsion formed. As you can see, this is the positive result that the lipids are present in the sample, and negative result has no emulsion. Now let's talk about vitamin. Vitamins are organic molecules with a wide variety of functions. They are required in trace amounts and must be obtained from the diet because they aren't synthesized in the body. In 1912, scientists found that in addition to carbohydrates, fats, and other proteins, certain other factors called vitamins must be obtained from diet. Now we have minerals. Minerals are naturally occurring inorganic substances required in trace amount for normal body functions such as the development of strong bones and teeth, proper muscle and nerve functions, and construction of red blood cells. The 5 major minerals in the human body are calcium, phosphorus, sodium, and calcium. Now we have fiber. Dietary fiber is made up of a cellulose, the material that makes up the plant cell wall. Cellulose is a carbohydrate. It is a polysaccharide of glucose. However, humans cannot use cellulose as a nutrient because our gut cannot make the enzyme needed to break down the cellulose molecule into glucose. This means that humans are unable to use cellulose as a source of energy. Fiber has a very important role in the digestion. Food is pushed through the gut by the contraction and relaxation of muscles called peristalsis. Now we have the last part, the water. This is an inorganic, transparent, tasteless, odorless, and very colorless chemical substance which is the main constituent of Earth's hydrosphere and the fluids of most living organisms. It is vital for all known forms of life, even though it provides no calories or organic nutrients. It is the main component of sweat which cools the body when it evaporates. Water also requires a large amount of heat energy to raise its temperature. This means that water helps to maintain constant body temperature. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and also press the bell icon to get my new videos soon. Thank you so much.